Every time you get to the next level, you're now at the beginning of that level. When I first started filmmaking in 2019, I was at the beginning. I barely knew anything. I remember watching a few videos on it, but that was basically it. Then after years of putting in work and learning what looks good and what doesn't, I finally reached the pinnacle of these types of videos in terms of skills. Then it was on to lighting. I talked about this when I was learning how to light, nighttime scenes in my videos, and when I started doing that, I was once again starting from the bottom. Like I went from the top and then I was like, oh, I want to learn something new, and then I started from the bottom in order to learn that new thing. Now let me say that I'm by no means saying that I have the best videos and the best lighting, because I'm far from that, but I think I can hold my own against anyone's videos here on YouTube. But I've now decided that I'm gonna take the next step in my video career and get into making music videos. To be honest, it felt good knowing that I was good with making these videos. They're not easy videos to make, but I knew what had to happen, and I was comfortable making these videos week after week, month after month, and year after year. I had gotten to a point where seeing the positive comments were good and I felt good about where I was, but the problem is that I wasn't being challenged. I essentially went from being a small fish in a big pond to growing and growing and growing, and now I'm a big fish in a small pond. But the problem is that if you really want to be the best and you really want to grow and reach your fullest potential, you have to be willing to make the jump to the bigger pond and once again become the small fish in the big pond. Anyone can get a little success or get a little money and act like they're the best person, but do you now have the courage and the confidence in yourself to be the smaller fish in a bigger pond again? I feel like that's where, for lack of a better word, champions are made. And the people that get to the top of their field are constantly trying to be the small fish, but in a bigger and bigger pond, and they don't have a problem with it. Then when you're the biggest fish in the biggest pond, then you can say, yeah, I did it, and I'm the best at what I do. I'm not saying to not celebrate small wins and other things like that, but remember that when you win something, it's really easy to lose sight and lose touch with reality, if that makes sense. Sometimes when people win something, they get full of themselves and they get all egotistical, but now isn't the time to think that you're the best if you're not in the biggest pond, because there's always another pond that you can jump to. There's always another level that you can go up to. What I'm trying to say is that when you level up or reach new heights, you're now just at the bottom of the next totem pole. Let's think about how many YouTube channels there are with 100,000 subscribers. According to timqueen.com, as of March 2022, there are over 321,000 YouTube channels that have 100,000 subscribers. So let's say that I reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. That means that there are now 321,000 people in the same pool that I'm in. Now, I might be feeling good that I made it to 100,000 subscribers, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but now I'm in the same realm as 321,000 other people. Then you look at 1 million. There are over 32,000 channels with a subscriber count of over 1 million. Going up another step, there are over 1,000 channels with over 10 million subscribers, 35 channels with 50 million, and just 5 channels with a subscriber count of over 100 million. And depending on how you're feeling, this might hurt a bit, but I assure you that I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or anything like that. I'm trying to motivate you even more. Let's say that you make a short film and you win an award at a film festival. Now you're just in the league of people that won a short film award. You might be saying, yeah, look, I got this award, but then you remember that there are people out there that won, Emmys, or what's the other one? Golden Globes, or even Oscars. I've put in nearly 4 years of work doing these videos, and now I'm hoping that I have the basics of filmmaking down, and now I'm going to be trying to do bigger and better projects like music videos, which hopefully by the time this video comes out, you've seen by now. At the time of me recording this, it's still early May, so it's still in the planning stages, but I'm just looking at this as the next pond that I'm gonna jump into. Then as I get better and better, it'll be onto shorts and finally feature films. But for now, it's jumping onto the music video train and seeing where it takes me in this ever-changing game of trying to come up with the best images and telling the best stories possible. And as always, thanks for watching.